Okay, so the gains continue. The market's up 0.5% nearly, almost to the day's high, 10,784. So it's not sold off. It's built on the gains from what we saw yesterday. That's where we are at 1:30 this afternoon. You're with us here on Midcap Radar. I'm Prashant Nair. With me, my colleague Rima today. Hi, Rima.
Hi, Prashant. Good to see follow-on buying after yesterday's big rally. The two key levels to watch from here on will somewhere be around the 10,810, 10,820. That's where the 20 as well as the 50-day moving average lie, at least on the Nifty. And the broader market outperformance continues for yet another day. So the mid-cap index is up 125 points with about two stocks in the green for one in the red. News coming in from NIIT Tech, where they have collaborated with Microsoft for cloudification of their enterprise clients. Positive nonetheless. Let's get through the top headlines then. The markets continue yesterday's short covering rally led by Reliance Industries, ICICI Bank. Metal stocks to rise for the second day. The mid-cap index outperformed, rises to the day's high.
Well, some PSU banks surge on receiving capital from the government. Corporation Bank and Allahabad Bank lead the rally. They are the likely candidates also to exit the prompt corrective action list, the next set which could be out of the PCA framework.
Bharti Airtel and Idea Vodafone drag after data shows a drop in subscribers in the month of December. Reliance gains after Jio adds over 85 lakh users in the month of December.
Tech Mahindra announces a 1,950 crore rupee buyback. A future capital allocation policy will include buybacks as well as dividends. The street also awaits the Jet Airways EGM. The agenda includes increase of share capital and approval to convert debt into equity.
Reserve Bank Governor will be meeting bankers this afternoon to discuss transmission of rate cuts. Experts feel banks may not cut rates immediately as deposit growth remains weak.
Okay, let's quickly look at Europe as well as it opens up. So first rates should be on your screen. And it's marginally higher from what I can see, at least the big markets. The CAC and the DAX are higher. I think the FTSE is in the red by a little bit, about 1/3% lower on the FTSE 100. Ashwini is with us to take us through, as always, what he's making of things. Ashwini, can one still go long? 45 higher.
I mean, if you keep delaying every hour, then you just start to turn. But what's true is that the market has shown you good follow-through, and even the day after a large rally, my sense is that possibly the expiry will only lead us higher, and I would think this 10,800, 820 will get crossed, because otherwise we wouldn't have come here as fast. Having said all that, individual stocks, Canfin Home is a buy with a stop of 268, target of 284. Manappuram is a buy with a stop of 100, target of 116. And BF Utilities is a buy with a stop of 162, target of 174.
Ashwini, do you think just for the near term, TCS has bottomed out? The last few days, the stock was under pressure. Today, it's up close to about 1%. Near-term upside from here?
Well, the better tech stock is Tech Mahindra. But I would think, given that we are now in an upswing, even TCS will see some sort of buying. And chances of it going towards 2050 are extremely high. It's found support at its 200-day moving average. So that way, even TCS looks like it's heading up.
Ashwini, cash stock, Tejas Networks. Just look at the, I mean, from 300 fell to 100, but last 3 days it's back to about 170. The point is also the volumes, huge volumes every day, last 3 days now. Actually, last 4 days now.
See, Tejas Networks was at 470. It's fallen to like 120. If it goes up, 30-40%, that's part for the course. That doesn't mean the trend has reversed. The 200-day moving average here is about 250. You want to see what happens in the next decline, whether it's able to hold recent lows or not. A lot of mid-cap stocks will have such moves because finally in this rally there is a bit of participation. But I would be cautious looking to buy stocks which have fallen 80% and then are going up 30%.
Okay, so that's charts with Ashwini for you. Ashwini, thanks very much. Appreciate it. Well, let's talk about a couple of stocks in focus. Tech Mahindra has approved the buyback. We spoke with the management earlier. Rima, what else are you picking up? I mean, analysts, etc., bullish on the stock?
Well, it was unexpected lines in that sense. So just a quick run through of the what's come out. It's the first ever buyback. It's a tender buyback, so at 950 rupees per share, which means shares will be bought back at that price of 950. That's about a 15% premium for where the stock currently is. The acceptance ratio, if the promoters participate, will stand at 2.1%. The buyback size is 1950 crore, which means the company will use about 30% of the cash on its books, which stands at 6,500 crore rupees. The record date is fixed at 6th of March. As you said, we got chatting with the management post the announcement. The two key takeaways are that one, in the capital allocation policy from here on, buyback along with dividend will be considered, and promoters have a 36% stake. So the question is whether they will participate. As of now, at least the CFO, Manoj Bhatt, when we got chatting with him, said that the promoters have not decided whether they will participate. But that will be an important monitorable from here on.
Okay, let's stick with tech for now. My colleague Mugdha caught up with Mr. BVR Mohan Reddy, founder and executive chairman of Cyient, from the sidelines of the NASSCOM conference, which is underway. Let's quickly dip into some of that conversation.
We crossed the guidance on the upper end by a few basis points. We also crossed the guidance as far as the domestic markets are concerned. I think the NASSCOM has said two things yesterday in giving the guidance at this point of time. You picked up only one part, that was the headwinds. But what NASSCOM is saying, and what we also believe in industry, there's so much amount of complexities that are there in the industry at this point of time. Giving a guidance is not going to be easy. And as I think NASSCOM has said yesterday, the more you start knowing about it, the more you know, the less you can put it out. Predict. So therefore, I think that's the reason why they're a little hesitant in doing that. But I think what NASSCOM will do in months to come and years to come is build in business models which will have more amount of predictability associated with them, and they'll probably come back. But I think they also shared with the media yesterday also what the CEO survey is showing. CEO survey is certainly showing that we will do better than last year. I can't talk about the specific numbers, and this is not a small database. It was in a large database that they've done. So overall, we continue to feel very upbeat about the industry, continues to grow. There's no denying there's some challenges. The challenges external, challenges internal, and a combination of both of them might still result in good growth for this industry in coming years.
Well, companies may be upbeat, but the environment still remains quite uncertain, which is why NASSCOM wasn't able to give us an outlook or a growth guidance for FY20. But moving on, here is a lookout for all you viewers for the biggest event of the year, the News 18 Rising India Summit, which will be held in New Delhi on the 25th, 26th of February. This is the one platform where you can catch all the biggest newsmakers of the country, from Prime Minister Narendra Modi, BJP President Amit Shah to Opposition Chief Minister Kamal Nath and Bhupesh Baghel. Along with a whole host of union ministers will be Isha Foundation founder Sadhguru, Bollywood and sports icons like Deepika Padukone and India's highest test wicket taker and former cricketer Anil Kumble. That's the News 18 Rising India Summit, New Delhi, 25th and 26th of February.
Okay, we slip into a very quick break here. The market's right there, 45 points or so higher. And we'll come back, focus on a couple of other topics. I mean, the PSU Bank recap. I'll get you more details in a bit.